Guppies are awesome. If you've been keeping fish for a while, you probably already know that. If you've just started keeping fish, probably you're about to find out how awesome guppies are. If you haven't started keeping fish yet, let me recommend you start with some guppies. That was my gateway fish, and I can't believe, even still, decades later, how prolific these guys are, how beautiful these guys are, how easy they are to get, how accessible, and they're great teachers of good husbandry and propagation technique. I don't think you'll regret starting with guppies. Thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it, why don't you hit that like button? Only you can prevent gray thumbs. If you know someone else who might like this content, feel free to share it across your social media. That's how the channel grows. And if you've not subscribed to the River Life YouTube channel yet, please consider becoming a subscriber so you don't miss any of our content. Ring the notification bell and you'll be notified each time that we upload new content. Guppies are awesome. Guppies are what got me into fish keeping. It's been decades, and I'm still amazed at how I'm attracted to these colorful little live-bearing freshwater fish. They do well in a community tank. They did well in a bowl when I was a kid. I don't recommend that so much anymore. I do use 5-gallon buckets for breeding projects from time to time. Maybe we'll do a video on that soon. Stay tuned. But these Poecilia, livebearer freshwater fish, one of the tooth carp, started out in the hobby as a wild caught import and then became line bred into desirable traits, and now we have so many just drop dead gorgeous fish. You can check them out on the internet or several websites that specialize in guppies. And there's the American Livebearer Association, the International Fancy Guppy Association, so many others. I'll put some links in the description below. But I love this fish. I'm inspired by this fish. It comes up as a recurring subject in the River Life Art. You can find out more about that on the River Life Art Facebook page, the River Life Art Patreon, and the River Life Art Etsy page. And you can just see how often I have to paint a guppy, because in my fish room, I've got this community tank full of male guppies. I've got a tank full of female guppies on the other side. The entryway is between the two tanks, and the art easel is on the other side of the room. So I have to walk past the guppies every time I go in and out of the fish room, which happens to be in my garage. So that happens every time I need to get in a vehicle. So by the time I make it over to the art easel, I already have guppies on the brain, and they're so stinking beautiful. I like to just hang out for a cup of coffee and just watch them swim. Maybe I'm guilty of overfeeding. They're just, the guppy dog eyes I've heard in one of the River Life Community Tank live streams beg for food. They're so good at it. So I'm prone to overplant and overfilter. This is a 20-gallon long behind me, and we've got a sponge filter there in the corner. You can't see. Maybe there you get a glimpse of a hang-on-the-back filter suitable for aquariums larger than a 20-gallon. There's no substrate, but the plants are doing outstanding. Often I'll have a pothos or a terrestrial plant with bare roots growing in the water and then the leaves hanging down off the aquarium. I like the looks of that, and the large bore of the root on that pothos does wonders for the water quality. But I keep this tank going. I've got the male guppies in it. The 10-gallon on the other side of the fish studio has all the female guppies. These guppies were all born and raised in my fish room. I harvested them from fry, from store-bought guppies, raised them up. Now I've got them separated, and I'm looking forward to doing some breeding projects with my guppies as well as other guppies. I know several of the fish tube community keep guppies. They're a wonderful resource of information and proper guppy care. The guppies are so prolific. They're a really outstanding fish to learn good propagation technique, good husbandry to begin with, also some good propagation technique. Once you've raised a few successive lines of guppies, you find out that they become less sensitive in your environment. They become more adaptive to the water quality, the water temperature that you have raised them in. versus buying them from somewhere else and then having to acclimate them a little bit carefully. And I suggest that you do that. Watch a few videos. There's lots of videos on YouTube with some great information about how to do that. I guess guppies were my first childhood memory of pet keeping. I remember my mom tending the little guppy bowl when I was 4 years old. She would take the pregnant female out of the colony, put it in a mason jar and count the fry as they were born, put the female back into the general population, keep an eye on the fry for a couple of days, do a water change or two in the mason jar, and then in the general population they went. So I remember when we moved houses, instead of a few guppies, the guppy bowl was overpopulated. And once we moved into our new house, shortly thereafter, I received my first aquarium as a kid. It was a 10-gallon, chocked full of guppies. And I loved them, and I love them still today. And I think they can be responsible for growing our hobby, sustaining our hobby. Certainly, you can do a YouTube search for guppy and find thousands of entries. I mean, this fish has a powerful economic impact. It has a powerful emotional connection with fish keepers who choose guppies. I can't think of another fish that has done so much for the hobby and continues to do so much for the hobby. You could take issue with that, and I would agree with you. You can come up with some also true about this species scenarios. I'm not trying to defend any ground here. I'm just saying that guppies really are great. We're looking at some footage now of my guppies. I've also acquired some footage from other YouTubers who have gorgeous guppies. Take a look at these. I'm trying to draw some attention to the guppy species, especially as we're right on the edge of summer tubbing season, the seasonal outdoor fish keeping in a tub. And I think the guppies make an outstanding occupant of our outdoor tubs. Beware, you're probably going to end up with a lot more guppies than you started with if you keep them in a healthy outdoor tub system. Got guppy? These guys have more colors than the rainbow, and that's not an exaggeration. Shapes, sizes, I mean, it's really amazing, and new strains are coming along every now and then. On the red, how long ago was it when we first saw the Dumbo-eared guppy? Now it's a staple you can find at most pet stores. What will be next? I don't know. And I'm not into line breeding. I enjoy colony breeding, mutt guppies. I absolutely love it. These guys here, they were born in my tank from mutt guppies from the big box store. I had no idea what their lineage was. It was so fun to watch them grow out and then have that aha moment. Oh, that one, and that one, and that one. So I've got females that appear to be from the same lines. They're going to make some good mix and match for mutt guppies. We're going to put them in a tub this summer. We're going to let them colony breed wild in the tub. We're going to see what we get, and hopefully that'll be a fantastic follow-up video. Let's elevate awareness of not only the species, but proper care, excellent propagation technique, and let's just invite people to join our hobby, fish keeping, with the guppy as one of their first fish. Let's make it happen. Let's make our guppies available with good information. Let's see what happens. Are you breeding for profit? Are you trading with the local fish store? Do you have an ad on Get Gills? The guppy is a powerhouse. I mean, it's like, you want a business? Get a pair of guppies. There you go. I'm not saying you're going to be profitable. There's no promises here. But chances are with this prolific live bearer, you're going to have some extra offspring. What's your favorite guppy? Do you have a favorite style guppy, a favorite color pattern? What is my favorite guppy? Wow. Yeah. I guess it's the one I'm looking at. If you like river life art, be sure and check out all of the guppy-inspired artwork on Etsy. You can become more aware of the river life art on Patreon, the River Life Art Patreon. I also have several pictures of the river life art posted on River Life TN Instagram. I hope to see you all across my social media. Welcome aboard if this is your first time. Please continue watching and supporting the River Life. Memberships are live on the River Life YouTube channel. We're running memberships now with special perks to members. We're going to continue uploading quality videos on the same schedule for everyone that's not a member. There'll just be some extra perks for those who decide to become members. That's all. And we do upload content Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, Thursday, and Friday are live streams. Monday and Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Thursday night at 10:30 Eastern. And on Wednesday, we release a feature-edited video, usually with a premiere at 11:30 a.m. I'd love to see you any of those times. If you've got an idea for video content that you'd like to see, or a subject for a live stream, please leave me an idea in the comment section below. Guppies make the world go round. Is it just me? I don't think so. How many fish keepers do you know that have guppies? I think I know more fish keepers that have guppies than fish keepers that don't have guppies. What's your favorite guppy? Convince me in the comments below. How many guppies have I had? Wow, thousands. But you know, it's spread out over 50 years. I'm pretty sure, every time I've had aquariums, I've had some guppies. Too many guppies? I don't think that's true. So, you tell your significant other the tank is overcrowded. There are just too many guppies. You have to get another tank. Works like a charm. Thanks again for watching this video. If you like it, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber yet, consider subscribing to the YouTube River Life channel. Until the next one, why don't you get out there and see it, love it, and live it.